Good morning. It's breakfast. Lost track of time, but we had a ball. Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Henny podcast. I'm your host, your brother Jay White, and it's been a minute. What's good? I know, nigga, where you been at? But I've been on my we had a vow shit. Shout out to Anthony Hamilton though, nigga. Nigga made a mature thought record, bruh. Nigga. Like, and I wouldn't have never found out about this song unless it was for TikTok. But this nigga really made like the 50 to 60 year old after the hole in the wall where you drunk off your setup theme song. Like that ass. Good morning. It's breakfast. Like that's just a motherfucker. That sound like something a motherfucker with a gold tooth in the front would say. Gold side tooth. You know, some real smooth type shit. Man or woman, you feel me? You know, lost track of time, but we had a ball, nigga. Smelling like Baccarat. Enjoyed ass jeans, you feel me? But welcome back to another episode of the Henny podcast. Again, I'm your host, your brother Jay White. First things first, I really, really sincerely appreciate everybody who supports the podcast. You know, I'm gonna be honest about why I haven't recorded in a second. But even during the time period of not recording, I get notifications every week with like a podcast breakdown of like how the podcast is performing and who is listening to the podcast. And every week, people continue to listen to, you know, the podcast. They go back and listen to old episodes, obviously, and still like that. So I can see like what episodes they're listening to, you know, or if anybody that's been on the show has like shared the link or whatnot, you know, specifically to the episode they're on and stuff like that. So for anybody that has continued to listen to the podcast, to go back and listen to old episodes, just continue to listen, to share the link with other people who may have discovered the podcast for the very first time. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, because I'm over 150 something episodes in, like something crazy like that, bro. And like they say, like the end, like the drop off typically happens after like the second or third, and I got a whole catalog of them, and people continue to listen to them. So the support never goes unnoticed, man. I sincerely appreciate y'all for y'all continued support. So make sure y'all continue to share the podcast, like and subscribe to it. Share clips, share posts from Instagram or YouTube, wherever you're listening to it at. Like I said, I appreciate it, bro. Seriously. It means a lot. Henny Nice merch. Click the link in the show notes. It'll take you to the merch store. We in the middle of winter. You know what I'm saying? You can get your hoodie, your crew necks right now. Or hell, you know, you can even get your tees. You feel me? You know, rock a tee around the crib or prepare for the spring. You feel me? You know, all that merch is available all year round. So feel free to go to that merch store, get you some Henny Nice merch. And again, as always, I appreciate the support. So now to the topic at hand of where the hell I've been. A nigga been busy, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I had a whole game plan after recording the last episode with the unks, you know, with the gang or whatnot. And before I knew it, bro, I had just got so busy. Um, Work is going really well. And shout out to my homie, my boy Ono, who's been on the podcast a few times before as well. But asking me how the podcast, always asking me how the podcast is going, and it's always going well, and he wants to come back on the show, but also wanting me to continue to keep up with the podcast, even when, I get busy. He's like, don't forget the why. Don't forget why you started to do it. And so, never forgot the reason why at all. Just got busy. Professional career is really, really going well. I moved. I moved into my dream spot, bruh. And so if you're familiar with that process, that is taxing. That is time consuming and making sure you got everything in order leading up to it. And the packing process, fuck packing, bruh. Fuck packing. Fuck everything about packing. I ain't realized I had as much shit as I did. So even calling myself purging stuff, I still had shit on shit on shit. So getting ready for that and then actually getting settled. And then, of course, with the holidays coming up, you're thinking about making plans and the things you have to do and coordinating. And, if you with somebody, you have to consider, their family as well, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It's just another aspect that, you have to consider and move accordingly with. But consider that. Friends, family come in town during the holidays, so you coordinate with them, getting up with them. Specifically Thanksgiving here at the crib back, I can't speak for anybody else. It may be the same thing for any other city, you know what I'm saying? But it's me speaking for St. Louis, bruh. It's a big, family reunion type vibes. And so during that time, you got plenty of options of going out and kicking it. So shout out to Stacy with the lemon pepper kickback. That's something people look forward to every year. And so doing that's a lot of love, always a lot of love. Then I've entered the gala era of my life of going to galas. Went to my very first one with the Get Black Ball. Shout out to, Jordan, Shorty the Prince or whatnot. In the midst of getting settled in my new spot as well. Doing that. And then also during that time frame, I got nominated for the Deluxe 100, Power 100. And so that was a tremendous shock for me. Of course, extremely honored to be even in the 90, in the midst of the 100, being one of the 100, just for the work that I literally just started doing a year ago, was a complete surprise to me. And honestly, it was a very humbling gesture and humbling moment for me, considering my career path so far. Like I said, whoever thought Mr. I just want to do some cool shit would be seen in that way. So I'm extremely humble. I was extremely humbled by the nomination and the award. Like I said, that's not something I expected. That wasn't something that I was aiming aiming for. Surprisingly enough, like I've never been, I need to be the motherfucker all in the forefront type person. And so it was like interesting to accepting that, yeah, this is for you. It is. I'm honestly a work in progress when it comes to you are in certain spaces and in certain groups of people and in certain rooms for a reason. And so, because I know some great previous awardees, and so doing great work, doing tremendous things. And so even the class I was in this year was crazy. I was in the class with a lot of former classmates, a lot of people I've had bumped shoulders with, chopped it up with, all types of things. And so I'm also fortunate to be in a company of people who have been on, been recipients of the award before. So I know I gotta be doing something, even though at times I'm like, I feel like I'm winging this. I gotta be doing something. And so it's definitely an honor, and I just want to continue to, make folks proud, and just continue to be that dependable connector of people, or a voice as the group that I was ushered onto the stage with. That's the group I was with, the Voices. And so again, thank you to anybody who has said my name in rooms, who nominated me, thought about me. Like I said, I'm truly honored and humbled by that. And so I was in gala season, man. And that also, made me realize gala season is also expensive as shit. Getting your tux together, getting alterations, getting the shoes, the accessories, getting everything right. Cause you want to look good, you want to step, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you look the part. And so, yeah, gala season right around holiday season. I see what the hell going on. Shit. Wugs do not care about your pockets, but it's all for a good cause. So, I've had a lot going on, but I also remember a time where I prayed for times like this. No Meek Mill, you feel me? I prayed to be in the position that I'm in of being able to do things for the people I love, being able to experience new things, being able to meet new people, being able to do something that impacts the lives of people in a positive way. And so it has been wild to watch the manifestation of those prayers happen. And so I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm having a lot more moments of just being grateful and realizing that I'm in the moment that, I prayed for and that I work for. So it is a winning season for me right now. And again, it's not to like brag or boast or anything like that, because I went through some bullshit this year too. Don't get me wrong. But though it is a dope feeling to watch the work that I've put in, not just this year, but like over the last, I want to say maybe 4 years, kind of like bear fruit. And like I said, humbly, but it is a winning season for me right now. And so, yeah, it's just really dope. It's just really dope. It's just really, really dope. So, yeah, I've been busy, but a good busy with a lot of dope and positive things going on in my life. So, That's what's been going on with me. Now, that's not to say that, you know, the podcast is going away, because podcast is not going away. I have a plan in terms of getting back to the consistency of coming out at least twice a month with the show. And so, things kind of slow down a little bit, in the top of the year. And so I have a lot of people I want to have on the show. Also, new opportunities have been presented to me as well, that I can't divulge just yet. But also, who, me? Like, nigga Jay White, really? That are coming next year, that I'm super excited about and grateful to even be thought of in these spaces or whatever. So, yeah. If anything changes in terms of like the frequency of the show, if I go down to like one show a month, I won't just, I'll let niggas know. Cause I know the last few shows I'll be like, all right, I'm back. And then some shit happened and then I'm gone for like 8 weeks. So yeah, if something changes with the game plan, I will make sure to speak to that before doing anything drastic. But the podcast, is going to continue to push forward and continue to have motion, so that's not changing. So that's pretty much what's going on with me right now. Yeah, she's good. She's going real good right now. So, as you probably already guessed, I'm riding solo on this episode not per usual, but I would have announced that I had somebody on the show with me, but I'm solo. So typically when I'm solo on the podcast, I do, AMAs. Shout out to y'all for continuing to engage with me on social media when I do, post a little AMA situation. Cause at one time niggas wasn't at one time. And it was like, damn, we on social media and not being motherfucking social. Like, what the fuck? The fuck going on? But that's not the case at the moment. And so it is extremely appreciated that y'all rock with me. And so we are now going to move to the AMA portion of the podcast. So the first question is, what is your favorite video game? So I have a couple. I know it's just asking for one, but I have a couple. But if I had to pick my favorite video game, would probably be Metal Gear Solid, and here's why. Like, of course, like if you would have asked me my top five is probably like GoldenEye, Resident Evil 2, The Last of Us, Metal Gear Solid. In that fifth spot, probably a rotate between like No Mercy, SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, or like Mario Kart 64 or something like that. But I say Metal Gear Solid because that was the first game that I can remember where I played it on a demo, a PlayStation demo disc. And like I'm going through the demo and there's a bunch of other games on this demo disc. And I'm like, nah, this ain't it. And then I see Metal Gear Solid on here. I'm like, okay, let me see let me see what the hell this is on. And like, I had never played a game like that as far as like really deep in like storytelling, like espionage, sneaking around. Like it starts you off, you sneaking around the base, and you could put a motherfucker in a chokehold and break their neck. I'm like, nigga, what is this? Motherfuckers smoking cigarettes and shit like that, sneaking around. I had never played. I don't think I've ever played a stealth game up until that point. And so, you know, you get motherfuckers see you and they on your ass chasing you, and you got to go hide for like 90 seconds or something like that. And like, just because you hide for 90 seconds don't necessarily mean you in the clear. Like, you still have to kind of proceed with caution or whatever. And so, just like the limited story time they give on this demo was enough for me to be like, what the fuck is this or whatever. And so I remember getting the when I finally bought the game, it was a double disc or whatever, and just playing it for hours and hours and hours and getting into, I'm young as fuck, and they talking about, you know, secret society, the government ain't your friend, the government uses you as pawns type stuff, like storytelling. And it's from a Japanese video game maker, Hideo Kojima or whatever. And so I had never had that level of storytelling in the video game before. So yeah, I would say Metal Gear Solid. And then also because, like, depending on choices you make, the story went one way or it went another way. So again, that type of thing, at that time I don't recall any other game that did that I had played at the time that really did that. And so yeah, I fell in. That's probably my all-time favorite video game, right? Like, the only other game that kind of made me feel like that was probably The Last of Us when that came out on PlayStation. Was it 3? Did The Last of Us come out on PlayStation 3? Or was it 4? Or was it 4 at that point? Was it on the 4 at that point? Nigga is aging himself. What did it come out on? It did come out on a PlayStation 3 first. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. And if you're familiar with The Last of Us, if you're not, bruh, tap the fuck in. You can watch playthroughs on YouTube now. You can watch other people play the video game. It's a story. It's also a story-based game. So, like, yeah, you will get into it. Yeah, only other game that made me feel like that was The Last of Us, and or other games in the Metal Gear the series, like Metal Gear Solid, Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid. Is it Sons of the Patriot or Guns of the Patriots? I can't remember, but like, yeah, of course that's a whole series. But like the only other series that made me feel like that was The Last of Us. So I didn't mean to get on my nerd shit, but yeah. You can watch walkthroughs on video games now. Just YouTube Metal Gear Solid and just get lost into it. That's my gem of the day right there. So, okay. Next question. We had a vow. What is this? What the fuck? Favorite. What the fuck did it say? Sorry. Oh, favorite city I visited here in the States. Favorite city, bro. I really fucked with Dallas when I went. Like, had shit not Um, had shit gone differently. I was looking at moving. I was looking at jobs in Dallas. I was looking at jobs in Dallas, Atlanta, Chicago, and somewhere else. I can't remember. I think Miami. Um, but when I went and visited Dallas, dog, I fell in love with it. It's biggest fuck. Of obviously, it's not all just Dallas or whatever, but yeah. I wasn't fucking with the tolls too much, but I like Dallas. I like Dallas a lot, actually. Houston was the right amount of like debauchery, so I fucked with Houston for the I went down there for my birthday one year, so the limited time I was down there in Houston, I fucked with it. Yeah, those two, and San Diego. San Diego is beautiful as hell. Right there at the right there you see the ocean and everything, and then also you can look right over into Mexico. And nigga, you best not go over there with any valuables when you cross that border, because you will get him the fuck up. But yeah, those three I really liked when I visited them. Favorite childhood memory. So the one that comes to mind, which is because it's Christmas season, is when I got my Nintendo 64. Nigga lost his shit. Nigga. I had got my Nintendo 64 with I got Mario Kart, GoldenEye, and then I think that might have been the only two I got off the jump. And then over time I built the library up. But like you can play GoldenEye for hours, nigga. Like GoldenEye was the most sought after game when it came out. Like back when motherfuckers used to stand in line for shit. Shout out to Mama White. You know, she clutched up. It stood in line for me to get the 64 and GoldenEye. But she made sure I was laced for the holiday. And so Christmas is my favorite holiday, especially now, like now that I'm able to give gifts. I really, really enjoyed it. And even when I had like a little change in my pocket and was able to get my family's stuff or whatever, I enjoyed it then. And so like now it's like it's really up now, but yeah, Christmas is always my favorite holiday, whatnot. And so probably getting the 64, bro. It's crazy. And they talking about re-releasing a mini version of the 64. And please believe I'm on it. I'm on that. I'm definitely on that if they do that. I feel like they did it already. And I could be making that up. But I feel like they were releasing another version of it or something like that. But yeah, please believe. And if anybody want that smoke on any old games, Mario Party, Mario Kart, GoldenEye, No Mercy, I still got my PlayStation 2, so we can get it in on Fight Night, NBA Live 04, 05. You feel me? SmackDown, Madden, any of that. Let me know. And I'll be obliged to whoop your ass in whatever it is. It don't matter. I'm about that smoke. So, yeah, that's probably my favorite childhood memory. So, thoughts on long distance relationships. So crazy enough, when I was younger, it was like, nigga, that's stupid. Like, why would I do that? I need to be able to, tap in with mine every day. Like, what is you saying or whatever. But now that I'm a little bit older or whatever, if I was single, which I'm not, I consider it maybe. I'm still very much a person that I like to see mine. I like to be up on mine or whatever. And so I got to be able to touch I got to be able to bother. But outside of that, yeah, if I'm not able to do that, now that I'm a little older, I may consider it. But I would consider it. But other than that, it's cool. Some people don't I'm discovering some people don't want to live with their significant other. Some people don't like talking to their significant other every day. Some people don't like seeing their significant other option. It's whatever floats your boat. Me though, nah. I got to see. I got to touch. So, yeah, that's that. It's whatever floats your boat. So, next question. Let me see here. Lost track of that song is stuck in my fucking head, bruh. I really hope Anthony Hamilton know he got him one, bruh. It's breakfast. The nigga said it's grits, it's eggs, it's bacon, it's pancakes. Lost track of time cause we fucked all night. That nigga got him a old juke joint after hours jam, bruh. He got on one, bruh. He legit got him one. That's fucking crazy. He ain't had one to me since Charlene, nigga. That depressing ass song. So, anyway, furthest that I've ever traveled, I think Curacao. Yeah, I think it might be Curacao. Yeah, Curacao is a Dutch island. It's beautiful as hell. Like really, really beautiful. The people were great. A lot of great scenery. But yeah, I guess it would be Curacao. Yeah, yeah, fucking island in the middle of the ocean. But yeah, the nightlife was great. The food was good. The resort I stayed at was beautiful. Yeah, I legit had no complaints. So yeah, the middle of the Caribbean Sea, bro. Yeah, so that's probably the furthest I've traveled. I would go back. I would definitely go back. Um, Favorite season? Uh, Probably spring, bro. Spring, you get a mix of everything. Minus, people don't like the rain and shit like that. I alternate between spring and fall. Spring, because it start warming up a little bit. It ain't all the way warm, so you can still kind of get your crew necks off, a jacket off, or you can wear just a tee, depending on how warm it get or whatever. And then the greenery starts coming back or whatever. And so I like that. And then fall, when the leaves start changing colors, and St. Louis weather is bipolar, so it didn't get cold here until Thanksgiving. Honestly, it was still 60 and 70 until Thanksgiving here. So, yeah, the leaves start turning colors. You start getting those fall smells and stuff like that. So, probably those two. Summertime, St. Louis, is a different vibe in itself, bro. You get outside and get active. We, for all the naysayers that say ain't nothing to do here, that's you bullshitting. There is plenty to do. It is something to do. That tide has completely changed here in St. Louis, and so, yeah, the 100 plus degrees that'll get a little annoying from time to time, but for me, it's definitely spring or fall. So, what's next? Favorite alcoholic drink? Henny, dog. Come on, man. It's the motherfucking Henny Nice podcast. Now, I feel like I said this before. Yes, I will drink regular Hennessy. Yes, I'm a Henny. I'm leader of the Henny gang. Like nigga, why the fuck wouldn't I do that? However, like if they had it, if more places had it, um, I would drink Hennessy Master Blender. Now there are like 5 different versions of it that have like different flavors and hit on different notes. Um, whatnot. It's also like $100 a bottle. Um, but if they had that, that would be the one I would go to often. Um, most of the time, I'm either drinking like whiskey, uh, whiskey or cognac straight and like neat or whatever. Or I'll get an old fashioned. Old fashioned gets you right every single time. It is hard. It's hard to fuck up an old fashioned. And I know motherfuckers do it, but it's hard to fuck up an old fashioned. So like as far as like straight drink, like a mixed drink that I go with, it'll be that. But of course I'm gonna go with the Henny most nights, so yeah. But yeah, try the master blend, man. Um Matter of fact, yeah, it's Christmas, might as well treat myself. I might have to go grab me some real quick. Just to have. So next question. Tattoos or piercings? So I had my ear pierced, and it was a fight that broke out in high school, and they like stretched my earlobe, and then I took it out because it hurt, and then I just let it close, so I never put it back in. I have thought about getting my ear re-pierced and getting my other ear pierced. And that's still on the table. I haven't really decided on that one. Yeah, that's not like a pressing issue. Tattoos, I feel like I'm so I used to want the shit when I was younger. I used to want to get tattoos when I was younger. And it is one of those things that just ain't never happened. Never fucking happened. And so I would obviously I wanted some bullshit back then, like some praying hands. The typical shit you see or want when you growing up. Like, I want to get some prayer hands, get some cross. I want to, this, that, and the third. But yeah, if I get one now, I gotta be some fly shit. Like, yeah, I would get some lips tatted on me, nigga. Like, I get some shit like that, tatted on me, dog. So, I technically do have I had a piercing. I just don't have it now, but I wouldn't be against going back and getting it. Getting a re-pierced and getting my other ear pierced or something. And tattoo, like I said, it gotta be something fly as hell at this point, dog. I just don't like unnecessary pain at all. So, last question. What are your thoughts on Hove? I don't really have no motherfucking thoughts, nigga. If he did that shit, he's out of here. Point blank, period. Just like, I don't fucking listen to R. Kelly. After Kanye said that fuck shit, I didn't listen to any of his new shit after that. And if the allegations ring true of what the fuck Hove did, Jay-Z did, then he's the fuck out of here too. I don't put nothing past nobody, bro. I don't blindly follow celebrities like that, man. It's really not that hard for me to disassociate. So if you did that foul ass shit, you're done. You're out of here, bro. You get whatever whatever fuck comes to you, and that'll be that. So, yeah, yes, he's my favorite rapper, absolutely. But that is all anybody from doing heinous acts and fuckery. So it's a real easy solution and answer for me. So that's all, bro. So, but we got one more question here. Bro, what are your relationship deal breakers? I mean, at this big ass age, it's just being considerate, just being intentional, like, with girlfriend, family, or friends, bro, being intentional. You obviously shouldn't expect some stuff of people, that just because you do certain things, just because you are a certain way, you shouldn't expect people to be of that same cloth or anything like that. However, if you've had conversations and if you've established boundaries and like, hey, you know, in terms of this dynamic, this is what I need from you, and they don't want to match that, then it is what it is. You keep pushing. That's really a big one. Consistency and intentionality. And then also just being transparent and honest. If you need to have a conversation, a difficult conversation with somebody that you care about, or you know that matters to you, and you keep ducking it or whatnot, that's a deal breaker. Like being able to afford somebody the floor and the safe space to be honest and transparent with you, that's huge. Because who wants to hide shit? Who wants to be anything less than who they truly are or who they desire to be? So, yeah, at this age, those three, bro, like, and that's in any relationship, you know. It's all centered around communication and whatnot. So, if you don't have that, what do you have, honestly? So those would be mine. So, but the fuck, I don't know shit, bro. I'm still trying to figure shit out, just like you. But yeah, that's all the questions for the AMA, man. I appreciate y'all sending those in. Yeah. And then also we gonna get up out of here as well. So I appreciate y'all for listening to the podcast. Continue to subscribe, share the podcast with new people. Welcome to the world of Jay White. Continue to like the content. Continue to reach out to me, message me, email me. There's a question option, I think, in the show notes where you can leave questions now. Yeah, just continue to rock with me, man. I really sincerely appreciate it. And so, yeah, here's to a successful end of 2024. Here's to the end of trying 2024. But what we're gonna do is 2025, you know, is we thriving. And we are accepting the good that 2025 is going to be to us. And I'll leave it at that. So until the next time, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.